Hello! In this video, I'll be talking about how we got started with homeschooling and give a brief overview of which curriculums I'll be posting more about soon. Welcome, and let's get started. Hi, my name is Suzanne, and welcome to Pond of Dreams. I'm a homeschooling mother of two, and we've actually run the gamut with how our home has worked. When we had our first child, I was a working mom. When our second child came along, we decided to see what it was like if I quit my job and became a stay-at-home mom. And then when it came time for our first to enter school, they entered into the public school system. They're only 19 months apart, so they were just one grade apart in school with the way their birthdays fell. We decided to try homeschooling after our daughter finished first grade and our son finished second grade. One of them had been asking for 1 to 2 years, could we please try out homeschooling? And it was really something that I had not thought about. I was actually very involved at our school. I did a lot of volunteering up there almost on a weekly basis and was involved with the PTA. And homeschooling was really off of my radar. But I could see that it was probably something that our kids needed. So I had some time, having broken my foot in the spring of that year when they were in public school. And I thought about it. I researched a lot. I watched lots of YouTube videos, watching other people's curriculum views. How does it work? I talked to a couple of friends of mine that homeschool, and I asked questions, and I attended our local homeschooling organization, had a summer how to homeschool, what's behind it, and I dived into all of it. I did as much research as I could, and we decided we would go for it. We would try to homeschool, and we're now heading into our third year. I have a 9-year-old and a 10-year-old, and that first year, it really takes a lot. You've done all this research, you order up your curriculum, and sometimes it fits, and other times it's not as good a fit as you had hoped. So that first year I had a lot of trial and error to it, and just kind of getting your feet wet. And by the time we headed into our second year, I was feeling a lot more confident. The videos that I watch on YouTube have been very instrumental in helping me make decisions, as well as going to the sites of the actual makers of the curriculum that we were interested in. And so putting that all together kind of helped me formulate what I wanted to do for our kids, what would fit us. And so I thought I wanted to give back. I want to help other people with making decisions. And it was the decision to run a homeschool channel kind of got solidified with a couple of groups that I'm on Facebook, which might seem strange, but we were kind of helping other people out with an influx of people into homeschool that had questions. I was actually feeling very fulfilled helping moms that had questions coming into our different groups there. And I helped a couple find textbooks that were out of print that were recommended to use in one of the curriculums. And that just kind of got my wheels spinning, and so here we are. And what I'm basically surrounding myself here right now with a little taste of what is to come. I have past, current, and future curriculum sitting around, plus books that we like to read. Over here is what I just kind of call our art carts. And that is just when we're reading books for fun, or just have some downtime, or when we're working on an art curriculum that the kids have access to lots of different supplies. They have markers, we have various paints, we have canvas, water, color paper, lots of different things to choose from. So I like having that available in our kitchen, which is currently where we are running our homeschool. Right now we're homeschooling here in our kitchen, as well as in our living room, which is just over here. And we do have an actual homeschool space in the basement that we put together. I have a desk. We have a really long, big farm table set up for both kids and cubbies. And we have a wall of bookcases where I keep most of our curriculum. But we had sort of gravitated up here. I'm not even sure how it started, honestly, but we had sort of gravitated up here anyhow, which ended up being a good thing, because once COVID hit, my husband had to start working from home. So he is actually working at my desk downstairs. So we will be up here for at least a few more months. So I've kind of shifted a lot of our books up here. But what I want to talk to you mostly about in future videos is probably what you're used to if you've watched other homeschool channels. Curriculum that we've already used. I would like to talk to you about how we used it, show you pages, because that is actually one thing that I love to see. I really like to see a flip through a book. Seeing the cover or just the contents is good and informative for me. I really like to see a lot of how it's actually going to look. What does it look like? So, what does the student book look like versus what does the teacher book look like? And do I need both, or is one sufficient? So I'm going to go over that. We have curriculum that we have used or we're going to be using that I'll be covering. It includes Matthew C., Curiosity Chronicles, Writing and Rhetoric, Fix-It Grammar, Bookshark for Science, Brave Writer, Story of the World, a curriculum that we made ourselves for the first year of homeschooling for history. My husband was a history major and he's passionate about history, as am I. So that first year we really wanted to develop a love of history in our children. So we wanted to take a story approach to it. And I had not stumbled upon Story of the World yet. Actually, I believe I had kind of come upon it, but I didn't really research it yet. So we sort of made our own curriculum, just a U.S. history curriculum. And then the second year, we went to Story of the World. I'll tell you how we used that, which was probably a little bit more unorthodox fashion than how it's designed, but it worked great for us. And then I'll cover also a science curriculum. I have the books down here that we're going to be doing this year, which I'm very excited about. That's something that I've kind of been working together, putting together myself. And then we have Handwriting Without Tears, cursive, what we do for reading comp. Different things that we've used for music and geography. Books that we've loved. I don't know if you're very familiar with these, but my kids are crazy about the Ranger and Time books. This is the one that just came out a week and a half ago, I think. But they're a fantastic way to look through history. So I'll kind of cover that series with you as well. And there's actually a new program from MathUC that I just got. We're going to be using with the kids this year. It's really good for kids that are just not latching onto those math facts. So it's actually a new program they've come out with called AIM, Accelerated Individual Mastery for Addition and Subtraction. It is just an intensive course to really get those math facts solidified. We're just really wanting to get that a little bit more solid with multiplication and division ahead of us. So that will be things, and I'm going to be trying to get videos out pretty quickly, being the time of year that it is, so that you can see what we have used and what we're looking forward to using. And for those of you who are veterans, I know that I don't consider myself a veteran yet, just heading into year 3. You certainly know more than I did on year 1, but I can feel the difference, and I've seen on boards veterans talking about how different it feels homeschooling right now. So just if you're new to homeschooling, give yourself some grace and know that as things do improve and things start to open up more, that it will start to kind of settle in and feel a little bit more, you have a more of a routine going with it. We had a lot of outings we used to do. We did Wild and Free for hiking and crafts on Fridays, and I'm still not sure if our local group is going to be doing that. I'm kind of waiting to see what that was happening with that. We had, for the last 2 years, we've had membership to our local science center. That's been a Christmas gift from a family member, that we haven't even been able to use that yet this year. So hoping to get there. They have opened up, but I'm just not sure how hands-on you can be with all of the things to explore there with the new guidelines. So we have not actually tried that out yet. But we're definitely looking forward to things opening up more when it's safe and able to go do things. Like our art museums are still not open where we live. We do live near the National World War I History Museum, which is amazing. And we did just get through World War I and Story of the World. So my oldest and I did go to that. We wore our masks and there weren't very many people there, and they had stations throughout, and that was fantastic. And I'll try to share a little bit about that with you when I get to Story of the World and how we kind of did that, because I wanted to dive a little deeper with World War I and World War II with them, but not as much as we're going to as they get older. So I will share that with you. I am very excited that our libraries are open. As anybody can tell you, you will make many, many trips to the library. And I've already got one full basket, and I'm trying to figure out where I'm putting the next books. I've been to the library probably 3 times for pickups this week as they're starting to come in through all the different, our interconnected library system here. But I will share that because Curiosity Chronicles is one that we are starting this year, and you can do it a variety of ways, which I will cover. But the way that we are choosing to do it, I have many library books coming in for that. We're going to be doing a lot of reading together for that history series. We're starting with Ancients and working our way through this curriculum here. But basically, just I'm very excited to be here. I am excited to show what I have learned, share it with you, and answer questions and just kind of help in any way that I can in the homeschooling community. And I'm really glad that you joined me today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back soon with another video. Please like and subscribe for more content.